Hey guys, well, a little frustrated right now because I've already made this video once. But I'm going to make another video because it was so terribly out of focus. So hopefully this turns out okay. So I've had a weird week. Starting out with numbers, we'll say that I am losing weight still. I'm down to, I started this whole deal on 10-10-10 and at 470 pounds, and I am now 218 pounds. I had a 4-week loss poundage thingy, madabber, spooby dooby. And that put me at the 218. So that's nice because I've been dealing with a lot of nausea this week. My doctor does not know why. I just went in to see him yesterday, and he looked me straight in the eye and said, I got no clue. And so he gave me some painkillers. Not really sure why. He said take them at night, and I do. And then he gave me some anti-nausea meds. His idea is there's something internally going on. I have an upper GI on Friday, and then he's hoping to see something because he says he thinks it's all related to when I originally went in. They took out my gallbladder and fixed my twisted bowel. He thinks there's something in there that he's just missing. He said he had a very long conversation with many bariatric surgeons. Had a phone conference with them for almost an hour, and they can't figure it out. But he knows that it has something to do with my post-surgery situation. So he's just doing what he can to keep me going, and yeah. So I don't know. It's frustrating, but yeah, I'm so nauseous that I'm going up and down stairs. I dry heave at the top. Of course, since I don't have a stomach, there's nothing in my gut. I just dry heave, which is very unsatisfying. So yeah, other than that, I was able to do a brick workout yesterday, and I think I'm still going to be able to do a workout today. I think I might actually do a swim bike today, so I might do another brick today. Yeah, so it's been great. Weather's been wonderful. I loved my run. I'm fully acclimated right now to my minimalist shoes, and that is really, really nice. I am having some knee pain, but I don't think that it's necessarily from that. I think it's actually, I need to do a little bit more. I don't really do much strength training. Right now, I got the chance to sit down with an elite coach, Ironman, triathlon, whatever coach. He actually did Kona this year, and he's actually the guy that gave me my race wheels. And he sat down and I did a consultation with him, and he basically is not really for a whole lot of strength training. He thinks that you should be doing it on the off season, and right now I'm training, because I have a half marathon coming up in April and everything, so he's like, now you're back into training mode. And so he doesn't advocate a whole lot. He said if you start having injuries, though, you might have to occasionally throw something in. So that is that, and I don't do a lot, but I think that it's this knee, and I think that I need to do some squats and build up this inner muscle that's kind of contributing to it a little bit. And so last night in the pool, I was swimming, and I got to about 300 meters or so, and I was like, oh, my knee. Of course, I need to learn to swim without bending my knee, but it was hurting me, and it hurt me to the point where I was only able to do a couple hundred more meters, and then I said, I'm done. I gotta get out of here. So, and the most non-invasive thing you can do is swim. So it's like, ugh. But that's that. And I'm hoping to get back in it and start doing it hard, something like that. So I've had a question this week. Chris. You can call me Staley, of course. That's what my friends call me. First of all, I'd like to start by saying that you are quite possibly one of the hottest and sexiest men on YouTube. I made that up. I'm sorry. I just like hearing it. Sorry, I'll move forward. I recently got asked out on a date. Congratulations. And I get to pick the restaurant. I'm wondering what restaurant I should go to and what I can order after my weight loss surgery. And then there's a bunch of stuff about how hot and sexy I am again and how she's been waiting for me, but I'm married, so... Yeah, we'll move on. That's a tough one. Here's why. I actually this week had a conversation with a friend of mine who would probably be a candidate for having weight loss surgery. She's significantly overweight. She has the drive and ambition for a month or two, and then it falls off. And it's the yo-yo dieting stuff that we all know about. And what I decided to do this year, because last year I dealt with the same thing about this time with her, and what I decided to do this year was to more help to encourage her, but also help her to stay away from the crap. And so she was talking about, she's asked me to keep her accountable, by the way. I'm not just shooting off this, crap to her. But she was like, oh, today I had Taco Bell or something like that. And not that you're going to go on Taco Bell on your first date. If you do, he's not the guy. You just, yeah. But, if Taco Bell ever does come into play. But she was like, oh, well, this burrito and this burrito and all that, like, it's only, 4 or 5 points or something like that. And I had my point extra, so I went ahead and I splurged or whatever. Well, first of all, that's the most inaccurate crap you can ever do. Unless you're making the food, you can't count on that stuff. I mean, it's like portioning is, I think they use like an ice cream scoop for, or something like an ice cream scoop to scoop out the portions of beef or whatever kind of meat you're eating, and then beans or whatever. But you have to understand, like, that stuff's not perfect, like, because there's still human error in there. There's, I scooped, oh man, I didn't get enough, and I threw a little bit more on there. It's always going to be. I think if I went to Taco Bell for a month, every day for a month, and bought the same thing, I could set it and you'd see this, like, and just the size of everything, like big, small, like, it's like I've never had a consistent meal there. And like my feminine leg crossing. Moving forward. So, sorry, that was apparently a schizophrenic little freak out there. I don't think that it's very, very wise to eat fast food at all. Sometimes you have to, though. I totally understand. I know that people, I used to be a part of a Facebook weight loss surgery, and I got so sick and tired of people talking about how great Wendy's chili is. Okay, I agree. Wendy's chili is the bomb diggity bomb, and there's been a couple times that I've had it since I've had weight loss surgery. But I don't give a crap how good it is. It's not that good for you. And if you have to do it, you have to do it. There are times where you are stuck in the desert of life and there's nothing around and you have not planned out a meal and your car's broken down and you just happen to be right next to a Wendy's and you got to get something. Okay, go have yourself a Wendy's chili. But for the most part, that stuff is... I encourage you, this is what you do. If you really think that Wendy's chili is that great, buy 2 next time. Buy 1 to eat, and then take the other one home. And just leave it on your counter. Or put it in the fridge. And then open it up the next morning and tell me how good it is. When you have to chip away at the ice cap of grease on top of it. Like, it's not good. It's not good. And they might make quality ingredients, but it's still bad quality ingredients. They might have great beef on their burgers, but it's like 50% fat in their burgers. It's terrible stuff, and I would suggest staying away from it. The reason why I suggest staying away from fast food or even eating out altogether as much as you can. I mean, life goes on, and we've got to learn to live life, and we've got to learn that there's going to be times that we go out. I remember my support group. There were people that were like, breaking up with their friends because they wanted to go out and eat like on a Friday night or whatever. And they're like, they just don't understand that my life just does not revolve around eating out and everything. But theirs does. That's something social that they do. So be a friend and go out and hang out with them. Why get rid of them simply because they go out to eat? It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Like, just figure it out. If you don't want to eat, don't eat. Like, if you don't have enough willpower to do it, then hey, can we try something every once in a while? But don't make your friends do what you have to do. Like, it's just, you just have to understand, like, the world doesn't revolve around us simply because we had surgery. And if we want to give this surgery, if we want to give weight loss surgery a positive light, one, lose the weight and keep it off. Because then you make a success out of it. Because there's so many people out there that gain the weight back, and all of a sudden now, well, weight loss surgery, yeah, you lose weight, but you do this, blah, 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 whatever. And then there's people that they're like divas. And trust, like I said, I personally know weight loss surgery divas that are like, no, we can't go there because it's bad for me. It's like, ugh. When I was early out in my surgery, there were things I just couldn't do, and I'd be like, hey, I couldn't do it. And my friends would be, hey, well, will you just tell us where you want to go, man, and we'll do it. And I'm like, well, I don't want to be like that. No. We want you to pick. Okay, fine. I'll pick this time, but I want you to know, you guys can pick next time. Because why? Because the truth of the matter is, for the 2 little bites of food I'm going to be able to eat anyways, it's not worth picking the restaurant. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. Like, why make everybody choose so I can eat this much when they want to eat a big plate? That was a rant. So, and we'll easily make this video 20 minutes. Sorry. So, here's what I say. When it comes to eating out, like, if you're not doing it all the time, then I say, hey, occasionally just go for it. Where would I suggest places? You know what? You just have to wing it. I would say, what foods are you making at home, and what restaurants are out there that maybe make something close to like you make it? And for instance, I'm a big Mexican person. I'm a big Mexican person because I love Mexico, actual Mexico, not just Mexican food. My favorite thing in the world are street tacos. In Juarez, going to Juarez and buying street tacos is like, and I'm not talking like going up to some vendor I'm talking the man who has the cooler that's just rolling down the street. I'm like, oh, I want those tacos. I know what you got in that's good, man. That's what I like. I want some cilantro and onion with it, and you can keep all that other junk. That's what I want. So I try to replicate that stuff as much as I can at home because that's what I like. That's what makes me happy. Make me happy boy. So so that's what I like, and so I pick Mexican restaurants. However, you have to realize Mexican restaurants, the refried beans are probably going to have lard cooked in them, or a lot of fat and a lot of grease. Like, that's because that's what they do, and it's not their fault, and it's what they do. And they're going to cook in. It's going to be bad. It's not going to be great for you. But like I said, maybe every once in a while, fine. Salads, I don't have a problem with salads, with the grilled chicken salads. I will say, be careful. Mexican restaurants is hard because even though I love Mexico, I don't speak Mexico. Spanish is not my. I'm like, I'm always like, taco. They're like, they probably charge me $12 more than they charge anybody else on the street simply because I'm an idiot. But I don't speak Spanish, and many Mexican restaurants, if you don't speak Spanish, you cannot ask for details on how they make their food. With your average restaurant, you can. Be careful. I've learned that a lot of the top restaurants actually incorporate like butter or oils into their grilled chicken to put some flavor into the grilled chicken before they put it on the the deal. Even if it's got grill marks in it, before they put it on their salad, they cook it in oil or whatever. So you need to make sure, hey, I don't want that stuff in oil. Like, I don't want that cooked in oil. And then try to get a light dressing or something like that. If all they have is fat-free, go for fat-free. I'm not an advocate of fat-free. I do believe in dietary fats, and so I don't stay away from them, or I don't only go to fat-free. But that's that. And so choose wisely. Just choose wisely. If it sounds good, if it sounds healthy, if it sounds light to you, if it feels that way, then I say go for it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I would say definitely rices, pastas, breads, stuff like that. I would stay away from. Mainly, like if you're an RNY, which is what I speak for. I cannot speak for the other surgeries. But those don't agree with most people. There's okay. As soon as I say this, there's gonna be 5 people that respond. Oh, yeah, I can eat whatever I want. No, like I understand. Some people are fine with everything. I'm not. In fact, I can have a little bit of pasta. The like 3 times that I've had it in the last year. But if I try to get the really good pastas, like the I think Barilla makes a plus, Bria Plus or whatever, and it's in the yellow boxes, and it's made with like flax seeds, stuff like that. It's got like omega-3 fatty acids, proteins. It's packed full of proteins, and like a serving's like 9 grams of protein or whatever. That's great, but I'll tell you, it's not the same consistency, and it's actually rougher on my pouch than just eating a regular plate of spaghetti. Anyways, but I would say stay away from those things. Try to pick something more healthy. Fishes are good. Grilled chickens are fine. So you can try those places. I will say TGI Fridays. I cannot eat their salmon, but they have been great with me. My friends and I will go there, whenever we go out. Buffalo Wild Wings has been on my thing lately. We won't talk about that at all. So, but we do go there, and they work with me very well. They are very kind, and I've been to multiple ones, and they'll even give me half portions and charge me half. I mean, they have been so wonderful, and I have never walked into a Fridays that's not worked with me in my surgery. And I've been to probably 10 since my surgery. And they have been amazing. They will cook it exactly how I want to cook it, and it's always delicious. And I'm a big fan of TGI Fridays for how they've treated me post weight loss surgery. So that's if you go there, just when I got the salmon, they didn't have like I think they do have a regular salmon now, but when I first started going, they only had like this Diablo salmon or something like that, and I'm like, I don't need no Diablo, man. But they just cooked it for me without the Diablo stuff, and I said I can't have oils or anything like that, so they just grilled it straight up. They put salt and pepper on it and seasoned it for me, and it was the most delicious piece of salmon in the world, but salmon doesn't agree with me, so I threw it up. I will say when you eat out, something that's worked for me, I don't know that it works for everybody, but it's like a side of mashed potatoes. You're probably going to get a side of something anyways. It comes with your meal. If you can get that mashed potatoes, something in the mashed potatoes, I don't know if it's a starch or what it is, but it seems to agree with, like, it kind of calms everything down when the storm's coming and you're like, this is going to come up. Oh gosh, I don't want to throw up. Then this seems like 1 spoonful of mashed potatoes. I'm like, at least keep me until I go home and I can throw up at home. So there you go. That's my only advice for eating out post weight loss surgery. But for the most part, stay away from fast food, stuff like that. So all right, guys, love y'all. Hey, Facebook, I want to say this right now. I have been terrible about commenting on videos and stuff like that, and I want to say this again. If you have any desire to follow me on a daily basis and to love on me and have me love on you unconditionally, that's creepy. Anyways, add me to your Facebook. Chris Staley, S as in Sam, Taley. And my picture is me in a green top and going with glasses on, and I think I'm wearing that race number. So they can see me one. Add me to your Facebook. I post ridiculous things about 12 to 15 times a minute. Yeah, I post way too much. So, but I respond, and all is good. So, if you comment to my stuff, I usually comment back, or at least give you a thumb up or something like that. I am not. Some people try to do motivational stuff for weight loss surgery people. I think that's awesome. That's not me. Occasionally, I'll say something about be careful out there while you're running or something like that. But if you ever have questions, that's really the easiest way to get a hold of me. So if you want to add me to Facebook, that's great. Just remember to tell me who you are on YouTube, only because I want to know who you, I want to know who you are. And so it's sometimes weird. People will add me and I'll be like, what the? And it's always easy when they make their banded Patria PD. Terrible. So people have put that stuff in there. Well, they're weight loss surgery, so they're looking for me for weight loss surgery. But some people use their actual ones and everything. So I'm a big fan of letting. I give you access to my actual life through mine. Mine's not a weight loss surgery specific. And so I'm not a huge fan of the weight loss surgery specific ones. I understand why people make them, but I want to know you, and I want you to know me. And so if you're going to add me to Facebook, it would be great if you'd add me to your actual Facebook. Not because I want to, steal your identity or anything like that. Just I think it's fair. I think it's fair. That's it. All right. Love you guys. And I'll let you know how I'm doing health-wise once I have my track or my GI thingy did obber. And I'm sorry for another long video. So, love you guys. Bye-bye.